Y'all know what time it is. We done did it again. You know your boys. It was rough the first couple weeks, like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. No. But we back in the building now. Woo! In the winner's circle. Know what I mean? I got Big Sin in the building. I'm your boy Hollywood J. Blaq in the building. And you know what that means. It's Wednesday night. It's around 8-ish. A little bit early, but it's okay. You can ride with us because it's time for that damn NFL show. We had a really good week this week, didn't we, sir?
We did. We had a good week.
It was stellar. It was stupendous.
It was playoff worthy, okay?
It was quite 10 and 6, okay? Quite 10 and 6, quite Miami Dolphins. It was good enough, but not good enough to make the playoffs. But fuck it, let's go. I love it.
All right.
Yes, sir. Put it down so slow. It was supposed to be gradual. We'll make it gradual. There we go.
So you want to know what the funniest thing was about this weekend?
What was the funniest thing about this weekend?
During the 49ers-Panthers game, I told the homie John, I said, John, Matt Rule's getting fired like tomorrow. The very next day I get a message from John, Matt Rule just got fired.
Yes, it is true, ladies and gentlemen. Matt, I don't know the rule, has officially been let go from the Panthers. But not only that,
but now he gets to sit home and make $86 million just chilling.
Yes. So, I forgot where Matt Rule was beforehand. I think it was Baylor. Is that what it was?
I don't fucking know.
So here's hold on, wait. Let me look this up because the whole thing, college record. He was the coach. So he played at Penn State. Okay. And then, no, go back. Yeah, he was the Baylor's coach in 2019. Okay, that's how his reign of terror started. And remember, Ron Rivera got fired in the middle of the season, 2019. 2020, that's when the Panthers went through all this change. They went through all this change, Big Sim, for what? To end up right back where they started.
To end up with a quarterback who used to be an All-Pro.
Yep.
A wide receiver who used to be an All-Pro.
Uh-huh.
2 wide receivers used to be All-Pros.
Mm-hmm.
And if you count OBJ and Jarvis, no, that's Cleveland. Never mind. Yeah, no, it's just been an ineptitude, the biggest ineptitude of coaching cataclysms, and I'm glad his reign over Carolina is over. But you know what I hope ends soon?
What?
The goddamn Broncos being in primetime games. NFL, Russell Wilson is not the Broncos' savior. The team is hot trash.
Oh, that means I forgot to tell you they got 3 more games in primetime this week.
I know they do. 4 of the first 6 weeks, they've had 4 games in primetime.
And they didn't even have a winning record last year.
No, because Russell Wilson came over. And this game on Thursday, hey, we're playing the bad Colts. Yeah, both of you teams suck. And the Colts beat your asses.
Well, although, if you think about it, it makes sense because Jeff Bezos was a huge Seahawks fan, okay? And Jeff Bezos is even more a huge Russell Wilson fan. Jeff Bezos owns Amazon. You could probably just figure it out from there. But I bet Jeff Bezos is regretting this Thursday night football purchase, especially after last Thursday, the Thursday night game. It was hot garbage trash. I even posted a meme that said, if you watch this albatross of a football game, you may be entitled to compensation.
See, if there's a lawyer in Vegas who is looking for compensation for you looking for dead bodies in Lake Mead, you get compensation for having to watch Broncos football in 2022.
Yes, if you were subjected to this heresy on national television, that's what it was.
No,
heresy.
it wasn't national television though. On this streaming service that you pay $14.99 a month for.
Oh, you thought that was supposed to sound better? No, that's even worse. So imagine purposely paying for something outside of your cable package.
And it's like Thursday Night Football is already borderline unwatchable.
Yeah.
Because Teams is tired.
I don't know what the hell Jeff Bezos was thinking when he bought it, to be dead ass honest.
I get to see Russell Wilson more? Come here, Russ. Come here.
He's cuddle him. Come here, little baby.
So we're not going to go into that game. It was just hot garbage. So you know what else is hot garbage right now?
What else is hot garbage?
The hope that the Green Bay Packers are a good team after beating a third-string quarterback in New England barely to only lose to the New York Giants in London.
Yes. So real quick, I know that we didn't want to talk about that game, but real quick, the number one ticket that won like the $100,000 in DFS on FanDuel for that Colts Broncos game, they had the two kickers in the MVP and the co-MVP.
They knew this shit was gonna be hot garbage.
And they had the backup running back because apparently they must have known that the regular running back was gonna get injured. And then they had both defenses. I was like, what the fuck?
They're like, Matt Ryan's playing like ass. The coach of the Broncos don't know his goddamn ass from his fucking finger. So yep, we're taking special teams and defense, baby.
That's right. Only way to go. And it just so happens that the running back that they took also did special teams. So it worked out for everybody in the end, okay? It worked out for everybody.
So I wonder if Aaron Rodgers is sitting there counting his money while he has no wide receivers. Randall Cobb was his leading receiver in this game.
Yep.
Randall Cobb is a shell of what he was 10 years ago.
Yep.
He should have retired 10 years ago.
We said it. We said, and I quote, I don't care how good Aaron Rodgers is. He's in London, and they still have the worst run defense in the NFL.
And Saquon Barkley leads the league in rushing right now.
Mm-hmm. And so what did we think was going to happen, Sin? We called it. We said it. We said no matter what. Listen, if the 49ers can use 4th and 5th and 6th string running backs and run the Packers out of the stadium, obviously the fucking Giants can. Because
What's up, Lady Di in the building.
Listen, who the actual fuck? And I cannot stress the word fuck enough. Who in the actual fuck?
I'm over here saying hi to Lady Di, and he's like, who in the actual fuck?
Oh, Lady Di, how you doing? So
now, who in the actual fuck?
Who in the actual fuck does the GM think he is? By 5 years in a row. 5 years in a row with the worst defense run defense in the NFL. Okay? By far. Okay? It's not even like they're somewhat good. No, they're the worst run defense by far, and they have been like this for the past 5 years.
You want to know who he thinks he is?
Yes, who does he think he is?
He's the guy who drafted Jordan Love.
So many glaring holes. And that's what they chose to do. And they haven't fixed the defense.
They haven't fixed the defense. They got rid of their best wide receiver.
And who just assaulted a cameraman after
trying to do that cameraman deserved it.
First off, it
is the ref's fault that happened. And we don't get to that with the Chiefs. We talk about the Chiefs and Raiders.
Yeah, first things first about that assault, okay? It wasn't an assault. Devontae Adams was acting off of instinct. Somebody was in front of him, and he tried to push off of him and get a touchdown, just like the touchdown that he should have had in that game.
All right, so...
But we'll get to that. But anyway, yes. But Saquon Barkley is an absolute fucking monster.
Until he tears his quad sometime this year.
Well, hopefully they staple the shit with
We put that Gorilla Glue in there, baby. We got that Gorilla Glue in there this year.
Put some Gorilla Glue and some tussin on that shit. Hopefully he goes for 16, 17
Drink some ginger ale, bitch.
If that shit start hurting, Jake, rub some ginger ale on that bitch. No, don't drink it. Just rub it. Rub it on that motherfucker. Pour it on his...
My man gets some sponsors from Canada Dry just to rub it on his leg.
Motherfucker gonna have 2 liters taped to his knee and shit.
Instead of ice baths, my man takes ginger ale baths.
Ah, yes.
Ginger ales and tussin.
The ultimate healer. That's right.
So, are you ready for an amazing stat?
Mm-hmm.
The Detroit Lions were the number 2 scoring team in the NFL coming into this week.
Yes.
They were blanked by the New England Patriots, and they are now the number 3 scoring team in the NFL. That's how many points they scored over the first 4 weeks of the season.
God damn.
And
well,
so the Lions could not stop Ramondre Stevenson from just assaulting their defense.
it was bad. Hold on, I gotta see this because I remember
Bailey Zappi didn't even have. Bailey Zappi became the first rookie quarterback to win a game at home without throwing a touchdown.
Very true. So, remember we talked about this, and I said there was some uncanny similarities with Tom Brady and Bailey Zapp. Okay, so the first game that he had played, I'm trying to pull. I had the stat saved. Give me a second here. I apologize. I'm a horrible person.
I'm tired of you comparing Bailey Zappi to Tom Brady. He is not going to be Tom Brady. When Mac Jones comes back, Bailey Zappi is sitting his ass back on the bench.
I'm not comparing him to anyone, okay? Listen.
This is the second week in a row you done brought this up.
Give me a chance, okay? Give me a chance. Oh. All right, hold on. Bailey
now,
Zapp.
word from our sponsors. Hollywood is slower looking at stats. That's
our
sponsor today.
Oh, yeah. All right, so you ready for this?
Sure.
So, we'll start with Bailey Zapp. In Bailey Zapp's first whole game, okay, he had 188 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, okay?
Actually, that was his first game, but it wasn't the whole game. He came in the second drive because Brian Hoyer got hurt.
No, I'm talking about the Detroit game.
He didn't have a touchdown in the Detroit game. He had an interception.
That's not what it says. It literally says he had a touchdown, 1 touchdown, 1 interception with 100 passer rating. He went 17 of 21 for 188, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. It says right here.
I trust you.
On multiple sites, okay? So, Tom Brady went 13 of 23, 168 with an 80 rating. But no touchdowns, no interceptions, and just like Brady Zapp, did not get sacked either. So,
I forgot the Jacoby Myers touchdown.
Yeah. So the statement that I'm making is not to show the similarities between Bailey Zapp and Tom Brady as 2 human beings. The similarity, because keep in mind, the Colts defense back then, right, was a vaunted defense. And the Colts and the Patriots won that game 44-13. So the odds were stacked. Because remember, the Colts were the number one offenses in the NFL. Okay? And this was under, I think Mark Rippon had started the game. And then, Peyton Manning started the game. And then it got so out of hand, so Mark Rippon came in. That's a name that we haven't heard in a minute. But the point of what I'm trying to say is that Bill Belichick knows how to protect a rookie quarterback and free him from making boneheaded mistakes. Now, the interception, a little bit of a mistake. Not too much because I think if I remember when I saw the play,
it was a tip off the hand. It was a tip off the hands.
Yeah, let's say it was going where it's supposed to go. It's just, you know what I'm saying? But Bill Belichick's system, and these were 2 different systems because the first system was under Charlie Weiss. No, not Charlie Weiss, the old dude. It was under the old dude before.
No, it's Charlie Weiss.
Was it Charlie Weiss in 2000?
You're talking about Skarnecki, the offensive line coach.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so no. So it was under Charlie Weiss, and then now this one is by committee now. Is whoever he decides. It's Belichick.
It's a little holdover from McDaniels, but it's Patricia and Judge.
Yeah. So, but the overall scheme of things, Bill Belichick, and if you could go back to Matt Jones's first game when he came in, the year before.
I mean, the first game of the season?
First game of the season. Yeah, you know what I mean. But he protected.
But the way you said it like he came in off an injury. No, he started the season because we cut Cam Newton. Remember?
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, wait a minute. I thought. Oh yeah, that's right. Because you drafted.
We drafted Mac and then cut Cam.
Yeah. And then the pandemic year when we should have drafted. Yeah. Okay. Never mind. I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about 2 years. You're talking about 2 years ago.
Yeah, because I'm still pissed off that the 49ers should have drafted Mac Jones and found a way to do that instead of. Never mind. Anyway.
And when it came out that Kyle Shanahan wanted Mac Jones over Trey Lance.
But. Yes. And Bill Belichick's like, nah, nigga. Anyways.
Nah, you owe me.
So the whole point of what I'm trying to say is that Bill Belichick, because we've seen all these first-year quarterbacks, right? And now going in the second year, looking at you, Justin Fields.
Hey, he threw a touchdown this week.
Don't save him. Don't save Justin Fields from the roast I'm about to give his ass. Okay.
Well, you still got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 or 6 games before you can. So
okay, so good. So if somebody needs to know how to introduce a rookie quarterback in the NFL, don't look at Kyle Shanahan because obviously he likes murdering rookie quarterbacks. Okay. Don't look at the Bears because Justin Fields has already been ruined and now he has 2 coaches. Okay. Don't even look at the Cleveland Browns because Baker Mayfield's first game was ass, but that they somehow won. Okay. You look at the New England Patriots as the epitome of a team that knows how to make sure rookie quarterbacks don't fuck up. It is a generational thing. Okay. Which is why Matt Castle was able to make $100-some million off the Kansas City Chiefs. That's right. Trust me, the Patriots have a way of making quarterbacks hundreds of millions of dollars and not exposing their flaws. Ask Brian Hoyer. Remember Brian Hoyer got an $80 million contract with Cleveland?
And now he's back on the Patriots just chilling.
That's right. Third stint, actually, now because he's on the Patriots again, and then he left, went somewhere else to the backup, and now he's back on the Patriots again.
And it's perfect to have him there because he's got a rookie and a second-year quarterback that he can teach. Because he knows the offense of the system like the back of his fucking head.
So there's no shame of losing to New England, Detroit, but there's plenty of shame in getting your ass blown out and shut out by the New England Patriots. Just throwing that out there.
All right. Next up, neither one of these teams wanted to win this game. They both wanted to have offense, but neither wanted to win. The Chargers beat the Browns by 2 on a missed field goal, and for whatever reason, the play calling for the Chargers went for it on 4th down in their own territory halfway through the 4th quarter for no goddamn reason.
I have no fucking idea why. I logically, that was a fuck up. I don't know what happened, but then somehow still ended up winning this game.
Because the Browns missed the field goal.
That 4th down was the epitome. That fourth down and then the subsequently missed field goal turned into a 2-point conversion. Shit is the epitome of the Philadelphia Eagles season. I don't know how the fuck they did it, but we haven't even
got to them yet.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Well, I wanted to mention that because my feelings on the Eagles are just that. I don't know how the fuck they did it. They just fucking did it, and that's it.
So we have now come to the realization: the Jaguars, who we thought they were, and that is a very bad team, as the Houston Texans beat the Jaguars.
I called Houston though,
who could not get out of their own way in this game.
I called Houston because I said Davis Mills is looking sweet. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, it's a division game, and when somebody's looking sweet, some shit gonna happen. And Davis Mills, listen, I gotta hand it to partner. I don't know. It sucks that he had been put in the position that he's in, because the Texans are kind of in limbo, right? Like we don't know what the Texans' expectations are.
They have zero.
Yeah, this almost feels like the year that the Houston Texans became a franchise before they drafted David Carr.
With the exception of getting a car killed.
Yeah, well, it's that first year that the Houston Texans existed. That's what it is.
And David Carr got murdered.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. But Davis Mills isn't getting murdered.
He did last year a lot.
Yeah, I think he's learned how to not die. You know, it's a skill.
All right. Skill. So I'm gonna name some quarterbacks, and I'm telling you, these quarterbacks all get this call, so I don't know why everybody's mad at one quarterback. He ain't the official.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes, Tom Brady.
Okay.
They all get this roughing the passer call, even though it's not roughing the passer. But the fans and everybody mad at Tom Brady. He ain't the ref, number one.
Yeah.
And the ref made the call. The Buccaneers win the game. Win a game that they should have probably lost.
It's roughing the bank account. That's what it is. That's exactly what that is.
It's roughing the old man before you put him in a nursing home.
Roughing the NFL's money because you hit him hard enough, you're going to knock the ghost out of him, and he's going to be out for the rest of the season. And then the Tampa Bay Buccaneers become the Tampa Bay Unwatchable. And that's exactly what that is. Let's
Atlanta, sorry, not sorry, you guys lost.
Listen, you shouldn't have did it. Yeah, I shouldn't have did it.
Just don't touch him. That's all you got to do.
No, just like, or if you get two people, grab his arms, right, and then lay him down gently, right?
Hold his head.
Hold his head. Make sure you get somebody to bring over a blanket, nice little pillow, tuck him in, nighty-nighty, you know what I'm saying?
Give him a little kiss. Give him a little, take off your helmet.
Yeah.
So you can kiss him on the helmet so you don't get helmet-to-helmet contact.
Exactly, see? Exactly, that's all. I don't see why people think that's so hard.
So I have a question for you.
Yes.
The Pittsburgh Steelers have the highest paid defense in the NFL. Why when one player gets hurt, the whole defense turns the ass? The Buffalo Bills absolutely victimized the Pittsburgh Steelers on Sunday.
First thing, thank you, Ms. Dye. I appreciate that. That's because, yes, they're the highest paid defense in the NFL, okay? But the difference between everybody else and TJ Watt is so fucking high, okay?
It's like TJ Watt gets hurt, and his defense is like 30th in the league.
It's like it's the equivalent. It's like you name all 23. It's like naming the 92 NBA All-Stars, right? You have guys like Clyde Drexler, Hakeem Olajuwon, fucking Charles Barkley, Patrick Ewing, fucking John Stockton, Carver, all those guys, Sean Kemp, Gary Payton. You have all those guys, and then still with all those guys being in the All-Star game, there's Michael Jordan, head and shoulders above everybody fucking else. That's TJ Watt. Okay, that's it.
He's head and shoulders above everybody else on that team.
On that team, and that's what it is. And so when TJ Watt is gone, reality sets in. Reality is what set in on Sunday.
Because the most fucked up part about this is Josh Allen did not have his best game, and he still torched his fucking defense. So they went from Blaq Air Force One energy to Walmart New Balance energy in about 3 weeks.
I'll give you worse than that. Fucking bootleg Yeezy energy, nigga. This shit. Not even the real Yeezys.
No. They got those big baller brands, the ones that Zion Williams blew out.
Oh, not the triple B's. Not the triple B's. Did you ever see the story about one where old boy said, "This is what I got and I wore it for 2 days," and the shit looked more shredded than Zion Williams Nike shoe did? I was like, God damn. And the nigga was only like 5'7", 125
That's when the customer service thing came out, and they're like, "Yeah, I called to get my money back." They're like, "Oh, you asked for a refund? You ain't a big baller," and then hung up on them.
Yeah, exactly. Fucked up. God damn.
Next up, we have Karma haunting the Miami Dolphins quarterback room, as we all know what happened with Tua Tagovailoa, and Teddy Bridgewater just needs to retire because every time he steps on the field, he gets hurt now. But this time, it's a concussion that they didn't try to hide as a back injury. As the Jets are over 500, Hollywood. This is your fault. You called them out for being 0-17.
But you know what's fucked up? And I picked them last week, too.
You had to.
I said, I have no choice. I had no choice.
So the Dolphins are going this way. The Jets are probably stuck here in the middle.
This is fucked up. We went from being the...
And now Tyreek Hill has a walking boot on.
Oh, my God. At this point, because they got their third stringers hurt, Teddy Bridgewater's hurt.
They used their 7th round draft pick named Slay something. Was their quarterback.
Slay Thompson. I know Slay Thompson.
Was their quarterback in this game. and he did not play. He played like a 7th round draft pick. And no, not a Tom Brady 7th round draft pick, like an actual 7th round draft pick.
He played like the Kansas State University played against the 1985 Chicago Bears. That's exactly what happened in that game. Don't lie. Because when I saw the game and I saw how bad, and I saw that he tried to duplicate the Jeff George bounce pass in that game. I saw that. I saw it, Slay. I saw it. Don't lie. I saw it, okay? The world saw it. Well, at least whoever stayed at the game saw it. Anyways.
It was in New York, so they said a lot of people say so.
A lot of people saw it. Unfortunately, a lot of people like the New York Jets for reasons I still don't fucking understand. And I don't, and I bet you
they're trying to get Zach Wilson to fuck their moms. That's why.
Listen, it's probably the best strategy that they got at this point. Let Zach Wilson fuck your moms, and let Joe Flacco win the games, baby. Woo!
You know Zach Wilson on the season is now 2-0.
Well, remember he got hurt. He got hurt this game.
But they were still up by a lot before he got hurt.
It was Flacco season, baby. It's that Flacco magic.
So I'm going to give Hollywood the next 120 seconds to talk about Justin Fields. The timer starts now.
Justin Fields is beyond the shadow of a doubt because, and not even just his fault, right? Like, yeah, he was pretty mediocre. And it was played because we all know Ohio State quarterbacks never make it in the NFL. So it was already a gamble as it was them taking Justin Fields. But the fact that they took him so high and then put him in one of the most inept offenses in the history of the NFL only exacerbated the issues that Justin Fields had. As a coach, you're supposed to be able to hide the issues that a player has. Instead, no, we have chosen to exacerbate those issues. And because of that, the sheer mediocrity that Justin Fields has shown has shined through and fucking through. And while Big Sin will tell you that, yes, Justin Fields had a touchdown, and he'll say, yes, Justin Fields did his thug thizzle. But what he refuses to tell you is that Justin Fields had 208 yards passing in that game, which is the highest passing total that he has this entire year.
You still got 50 seconds. Keep going.
Okay, so now, and the worst part about this, he was actually pretty accurate in this fucking game, better than anything else. But yet he still got sacked twice. His QBR was still ass, and it's proof that the Chicago team can only score 20 points in a fucking game. That's all they're good for. So what the actual fuck? I'm sorry, Justin Fields. I will be demanding a trade somewhere, anywhere.
You still got 20 seconds.
To the Cucamonga Cracker Killers, to the World League Football, to fucking the AFL, fucking what is it, XFL? Just get a trade somewhere. It's anywhere but fucking Chicago because they suck.
All right, and 3, 2, 1. Okay, Vikings won. Next up, Carson Wentz made some good plays, but they still dropped the game to the Titans. This was Derrick Henry's season.
Yeah, that's. Remember we called it. I said Derrick Henry's back. I said this is how it goes. I don't see any other way around this. Hopefully Derrick Henry can save Ryan Tannehill's job because
hopefully that Derrick Henry don't get popped like he did in week 1 against the Giants and stop running again.
Yes, please and thank you.
And who would have thought 3 years ago that these words would ever be relevant? Geno Smith and Andy Dalton having a shootout in the NFL.
Well, that was a statement. That would have been a good statement.
When Andy Dalton played for Cincinnati.
Yeah, and Geno Smith played for the Jets. And Rex Ryan had absolute confidence in this man for reasons I still don't know why. What? You act like I'm so wrong.
No, you're right. I'm laughing because you're right. Because fuck Rex Ryan.
I know, but now we're in bizarro world now, where the Jets are a successful football team. Geno Smith and Andy Dalton are passing their asses off.
And also, let's not forget the Jets have not played the Patriots yet, so the reality check will be coming soon.
Oh, also in a league where where African American quarterback is neither fun to watch nor dynamic nor has a good arm. So
You should have said that when you had 120 seconds to talk about the man.
Listen, I get my shots in all day, okay? I can do this all day. Yeah.
But there was a Taysom Hill sighting. He had a touchdown.
Yes. And actually, didn't he help him win the game? That was
the Saints beat the Seahawks.
Yes. With Alvin Kamara, had Taysom Hill not existed, Alvin Kamara would have been the leading rusher, but they'd have no touchdowns because Taysom Hill decided to show up and have 9 carries for 112 yards with a 12.4 yard average and 3 touchdowns. So,
taking that fantasy money away from the people who have Alvin Kamara in their fantasy team.
Exactly.
Next up, we have the San Francisco 49ers getting Matt Rule fired, and it was funny.
Matt Rule deserved it. Let's just start there, okay? Because when they decided to gut that team, they had no purpose. They thought that some quarterback, I forgot, they've ruined 3 quarterbacks now. I think that's
Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield.
Yeah. Oh, remember also they ruined.
Remember they brought back Cam Newton.
Yeah, they ruined him. Oh, then 4, because what about the dude that Ron Rivera was high on that decided to stay?
Oh, Kyle Allen. Yeah, Kyle Allen.
Kyle Allen ruined him completely.
Yep.
Matt Rule is the epicenter of coaching mediocrity. He was only a successful coach because Baylor was successful. Here's the thing, okay? The assistants that helped him along the way are more successful than he is. Go back. That's it. You can look on any circle, and they will tell you that Matt Rule is not the reason why Baylor was successful. But Matt Rule got the praise and the adoration and the big-ass fucking contract, and subsequently now gets to sit at home on his ass and not do a goddamn thing, still get fucking paid.
Yep.
God fucking damn. That's
all they deserve. Jeff Wilson and Deebo Samuel had themselves a time and just had a good old time against that Carolina defense.
Yes. They said, show me nothing but a good time. And that's exactly what happened.
We usually don't move on this fast from the 49ers, but it was a mollywhopping. It's all it was.
Yeah, it was a mollywhopping. It didn't take much of the 49ers to do. That's why it wasn't like, woo, everybody that got off. Jeff Wilson, I think, legitimately was probably the only person that actually had a stat line that was talk about worthy. 17 carries, 120, but Big Sid mentioned Jeff Wilson. Deebo Samuel had a touchdown. Tevin Coleman had a touchdown running.
Ayuk had a decent game.
Yeah. Ayuk had a decent game. We had a Kittle sighting finally while he's trying to get himself back up to speed because he's actually been out for what? For the first
He's played the last 3 games.
Yeah, but he's been like, has he really been playing the last 3 games?
They just had him blocking because Trent Williams is hurt.
Yeah, because it's all bad. But yeah, it was a Jeff Wilson game through and through. That with everything was ran through Jeff Wilson, which is probably a good thing because since there's no Trent Williams, you keep them on their toes with the running game, and there's going to be a lot of running. So
next up, the Eagles are still undefeated as the Cardinals choked away another one.
I predicted the Cardinals. Did you take the Eagles or did you?
No, we both took the Cardinals.
Yeah. And I was like, I thought the Eagles' reign of terror was going to end because, again, I couldn't see why the Eagles are winning games.
And they keep winning. It's Jalen Hurts. He is willing this team to win.
Yes, Jalen Hurts, though, in a game where he had no passing touchdowns, had 2 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah.
They
never get the ball to the running back, so.
The running game is ass. Their actual running back, Miles Sanders, had 2 carries for 6 yards in this game.
Yeah, because Jalen Hurts does all the running.
This is what somebody asked me, how come you don't have no respect for the Eagles? I do have respect, but you can't tell me a single reason why they're running or why they're winning, except
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts is willing this team to win, and that can only go get you so far. And where's the wall going to stop?
Yep.
That's
J.J. Watt got to Jalen this weekend, which means the offensive line is not protecting him like they should be, which might be why he's running so much because he's running for his fucking life.
Well, yeah, and then now, because keep in mind, his last 300-yard game was in week 3 against Washington. He didn't have one against Minnesota, which you can figure, okay, fine. They won that game, but he made some mistakes in Minnesota. But after that, Jacksonville, where he really screwed up, and they
Mhm.
still pulled out a win there. They pulled out a close one. Arizona, your luck's going to run out eventually. I just don't know with who.
It could be this week, though, because they got the Cowboys on Sunday night.
Oh, boy.
So, speaking of the Cowboys, trade Ezekiel Elliott, make Tony Pollard the man, because he is the man. Cooper Rush didn't have to do a goddamn thing because Tony Pollard shredded the Rams defense.
Yeah. Apparently, they decided to use the same playbook that the 49ers used against the Rams to get that win, which is just run
down their fucking throats.
Yep, and it worked, and because it keeps the offense off the field, it keeps the clock ticking, and more importantly, it keeps fucking Cooper Kupp from getting passes. Although he did embarrass what's his name on that one touchdown.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp is borderline unguardable.
Yeah, he embarrassed Diggs, but I don't know why Diggs tried to one-on-one him. I like wait the dog. Do your nickel corner. Don't one-on-one that man, bro. Don't do it.
But Micah Parsons ate Matt Stafford. So
yeah. Pollard absolutely fucking.
Yeah, Pollard. That dude trade Zeke. Get that money off of your books and turn it over to Tony Pollard because he is your best running back on that.
Yeah, team. I would find a way to front load it and then let the or even if you can't trade him. Front load the money for the rest of the year. Let the man go at the end of the year and call it a day.
All right. Next up, we had what should have been a good Sunday night game, but it wasn't. A very uneventful Bengals-Ravens game as the Ravens beat the Bengals.
I think I called the Ravens.
We both called the Bengals.
Oh yeah, because the Bengals had to win this game.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the Ravens kept choking away everything.
Yeah, and that
it almost happened.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson once again proving that he is trying to go after this MVP by willing his team to a win. Was it like a stat heavy game? Not really. I mean, not for Lamar Jackson. It wasn't. He only had. Let me see. What was the stat line in this game? Let me check this out. It wasn't really that crazy either. It was only 174 yards passing, a touchdown, an interception, but he didn't give up the ghost. He only got sacked once. Where at Buffalo, he got abused the week before. So, this was mainly about protecting Lamar Jackson, and that's what they did. That's exactly what they did. How long they're going to keep doing that? I mean, they don't have any. The thing is now they don't have too many tough defenses now. Now that Pittsburgh doesn't have their Black Air Force energy, we already know what Cleveland is. They are who we thought they were. We also
at least Cleveland is playing tough. Their running backs, at least.
True, but now they got a problem on their hands. Though. I mean, because week 13 is going to be the debut of, or week 12, week 13 is going to be the debut of Deshaun Watson. Deshaun Watson now being able to be let back into the building now.
Because the Browns got the Patriots this week.
Yeah, so that's going to be interesting. But still, I don't even know who the damn quarterback for the Browns is at this point.
It's Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot.
All right, and so I mentioned this earlier. The Monday night game had a whole lot of yellow laundry everywhere.
Yes, flags
as
everywhere.
The Raiders and the Chiefs tried to screw it. The refs tried to screw both teams at one point in time, but ended up on a bullshit holding call on a field goal, which you never fucking see. Put the Chiefs up to score a touchdown, and then that beat the Raiders. Yeah,
and then subsequently, Devontae Adams was committed a push-off penalty against the cameraman.
Yep. So the way I explained the shit with the referees and the roughing the passer and shit that they're calling, here's the bottom line. The referees look at it like this. Okay, the NFL and the teams are not protecting their quarterbacks after the Tua situation. So the refs are going to call any type of roughing the passer that they think, whether it's roughing or not, to try and protect the players.
Mm-hmm. Easily.
It's just what it is now.
Yeah. So as defenders, you got to get smarter. You got to think smarter. You got to make sure that you don't put yourself in a position where you look like you're throwing down the quarterback.
We're putting all your weight on them.
That said, you're fucking with the NFL's money. That's what it is. Don't fuck with the NFL's money. NFL gonna come get your ass.
That's the end of week 5. Let's go ahead and predict week 6. Are you ready for a lackluster Thursday night game, sir?
Yes, I am. I am ready for lacklusterness. What we got on deck, sir?
Are you ready for lacklusterness?
Yes.
We have the Commanders at the Bears.
This is,
and remember, people, you're paying $14.99 a month to watch this game.
This is the walking, talking epitome of giant douche versus turd sandwich. Unfortunately, somebody has to win this game. Actually, they don't. They can tie. I don't think Washington's winning anything. So I'm going to have to give it to Chicago, which is reluctantly means that Justin Fields is going to have to do enough to win a game. And
so I'm going to say Washington just because they have McLaurin, the wide receiver, and Carson Wentz can give him the ball sometimes.
Sometimes.
I think the Bears are absolute trash. So.
I mean, I think both teams are absolute trash.
Yeah.
That's
we agree there.
Yeah, and normally, and you know what? Normally, I would go for whoever the best quarterback is. And in this case, it would be Carson Wentz. But both teams are so absolute trash that I think that the Bears are going to accidentally win this game.
The running back situation is so bad in Washington. A guy who shot himself at the beginning of the season is starting this game.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Next up, we have an interesting one. We have the Baltimore Ravens at the 4-1 New York Giants.
I'm sorry. It's going to be a rough one. I don't know for who, though, because you have the Ravens that'll run over everything with Lamar Jackson and like 9 running backs. J.K. Dobbins is back, by the way. He did play this past week.
Yeah.
But Saquon Barkley and the Giants, I have to go with my preseason prediction, and I'm going to go with the Ravens. I like them. I still think Lamar wants that MVP season. I think as a whole team that the Ravens are a better team than the Giants, but the Giants have proven they can punch above their weight class. I'm going to go with the Ravens on this one.
I'm going to go with the Giants. I think they still got that 4-leaf clover shoved squarely up their ass. Stuck at work late. Watch you guys later. In repeats later. All right, Steve. Good to see you, my friend.
Good to see you, brother.
I'm taking the Giants. They got a 4-leaf clover up their ass right now.
Now.
All right. We have another game of ineptitude.
Okay.
On the docket. But it's one team cannot seem to beat this other team. The Jacksonville Jaguars at the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts kryptonite in the building, baby.
Oh, man. Jacksonville Jaguars.
Neither team has looked good at all in the last couple of weeks.
Not the last couple of weeks, but Jaguars have been looking more consistent. I'm going to take the Jaguars in this one. An interesting turn of events. I think
I agree with you. I think the Jaguars are going to win this game. I think let's go, baby metal, Kitsune up. Oh, shit. Tomorrow's a new thing, isn't it?
No, today they announced it. Yeah, remember we were supposed to, when we do our recording, got to talk about that, sir. I did I didn't see everything. I just saw the little poster that they announced on the when they posted the post on YouTube. But there is a video to go along with it, so we'll play that when we do our video.
So we both got the Jaguars here.
Yes, sir.
All right, next up, we have the New England Patriots at the Cleveland Browns.
New England Patriots, Cleveland Browns. Again, I feel like the Browns aren't good enough to win this.
Mac Jones might be starting this week.
Either way, I don't think that the Browns are good enough to win this game. Either Bill Belichick is still whoever starts this game. It doesn't matter. The offensive scheme. If they start Zappy, the Browns don't know what to expect, and that's like the worst thing you can do
and Myles Garrett and Jadeveon Clowney are still out.
And they're still out, so there's no pressure. So if Mac Jones started, this is probably the perfect game that you get him in because you don't have to worry about them 2 demons on the outside. Mm-hmm. Probably go in, get your feet under you. You know what I'm saying? Get your rhythm going, come out with a win, and dip. And that's exactly how I would do it.
All right. I'm taking, of course, I'm a homer, baby. Patriots, woo! Next up, Do the Bengals get on track against the suddenly winning New Orleans Saints with Andy Dalton, their quarterback?
Oh, revenge game, baby. Revenge game. The narrative is
He's already
finally
had
here.
that. He's already had a revenge game in Dallas. He's already had a revenge game on the other 5 teams he's played for since leaving Cincinnati.
Revenge game. Revenge game.
I'm going with the Bengals here. I don't know why. I just don't trust the Saints.
Man, I tell you, you got to pick the Bengals, because if you don't, man, this is going to be one of the worst falls from graces in a single season that it ever was. But I got one more Bengals pick in me, and this is going to be it. And if they lose,
this is a proven week for Cincinnati with both of us.
Yes. So they don't. That ruins basically everything that we had going this year. All
right. A very familiar foe is stepping into Pittsburgh. It is a gentleman who has once said to shred their defense like Venetian blinds. Tom Brady goes to Pittsburgh.
Oh boy. It's a Pittsburgh with no TJ Watt.
No offense.
No offense. If it's not the Buccaneers, then we went wrong somewhere. And this whole thing, the whole life is rigged. So I'm picking up the Buccaneers.
Yeah, Buccaneers here. Next up, we have a team that lost because of a roughing the passer call. Take the 49ers at the Atlanta Falcons.
49ers.
This game is a lot more interesting than it should be.
Yes, because the Falcons are actually been fairly decent this year. They just need to, play 60 minutes of football.
Yeah, like the Giants, they're punching above their weight, but they're just getting knocked out before the fucking 12th round.
Yeah, but this is probably not the game that you want to come in and think you're going to punch above your weight class and think everything's going to be good.
I got the Niners.
Yeah, me too. Well, of course, I'm taking the Niners, man.
All right, here's an interesting pick. So the Packers just lost to this team's state's co-team, the New York Jets at the Green Bay Packers. You know what? I'm going with the Jets.
Wow. Can you imagine a world with a Jets?
Just because I like to hear Packers fans whine about what I say about that team, I'm picking the Jets.
Wait a minute. Wouldn't the Jets be 4-2 or 3? No, 3-2. 3-2.
No, they were 4-2 if they win this game. Jesus Christ. Remember, I picked them to have 4 wins this season.
You're talking about the Jets and the Giants. If they both win this week, will be the 2 of the top teams in the NFL.
And the Giants would be 5-1.
Is this the 90s again? Is fucking Ken O'Brien still fucking passing around the football? I'm reluctantly taking the Jets this week.
Really? You're not going to go with the Packers?
Nope. Because who's Aaron Rodgers going to go throw it to?
Randall Cobb.
Listen, Robert Saleh is watching me, okay? I can't, he's probably he's watching his broadcast receipts, Hollywood, receipts.
Every time you pick against us, we're going to win, Hollywood.
That's right.
You said we weren't going to win shit. That means Big Sin already won the season thing.
God damn. Every game they win, I just head down into oblivion. It's fucked up. All right.
Next up, we have another game slid down in oblivion because the Miami Dolphins are using a 7th round draft pick as their quarterback. But here comes Kirk Cousins in the Minnesota Vikings.
Hell week is upon us apparently because I'm taking the Vikings in this one. I don't think you really have a choice. You can probably take the Vikings most weeks as long as it's not a primetime game. And if it's a primetime game, you pray that Kirk Cousins isn't playing. But if it's prime time and Kirk Cousins, we're all fucked. All
right. Will the LA Rams get back on track this week as they take on the Carolina Panthers and their interim head coach?
The Rams not only will get back on track, they're going to humiliate someone. So expect this to be a blowout of epic proportions.
I feel bad for Baker Mayfield because I think Aaron Donald's going to eat.
He's gonna eat. He's gonna buffet. He's gonna probably eat that quarterback and eat whoever's backing up Baker Mayfield, and it's gonna be all bad.
All right, I got the Rams. Also, next up, what a couple years ago, a premier matchup in the NFC West has now turned to. All right, you got a running toddler against Geno Smith.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're doing the fucking Falcons, the fucking Cardinals and the damn Seahawks.
Yep.
Oh, my God. I never thought I'd say this. I trust Geno Smith. I never thought I'd say this ever again.
I do not trust Geno Smith, but I also do not trust the Cardinals. I'm taking the Seahawks.
Yeah, I'm taking the Seahawks, unfortunately. Oh, boy. I never thought I'd ever say that.
This is probably one of the games of the week. We got two good ones before probably a stinker at the end.
Okay.
We got the Buffalo Bills at the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, that's going to be a barn fucking burner.
Do the Bills rectify not having an extra possession from overtime in last year's playoff?
Oh, yeah, easily. I think the Bills are in a better place now. I think the motivation for the Bills have been now to be good enough to where you don't have to go to overtime. If you really want to
just beat the shit out of people.
Yeah, beat the living shit and make sure that team doesn't be able to come back and tie at least, so you don't go into overtime and get bullshitted.
So I think the Bills got better in the offseason. The Chiefs did not.
No, of course not. They lost so much personnel, didn't gain any back,
and they're just barely winning games right now.
Yep. So I'm taking the Bills easily.
I got the Bills also. Next up, probably the game of the week: the Cowboys at the undefeated Eagles.
Now, this is going to be a tough one. This is where we determine if the Eagles are legit or not. Apparently, Dak Prescott's ready to go, but he needs a full week of practice, and they didn't get the notice until yesterday, so he's not going to get a full week of practice. So I still think it's Cooper Rush's team unless somebody says otherwise. With that being said, I'm actually taking the Cowboys in this one.
I'm actually right there with you, and that's very rare that we both pick the Cowboys in the same week.
Yeah, something's definitely wrong. Something's in the water. That's what.
And also, we don't trust the Eagles.
No, because again, like we said, if somebody can tell me how they're winning games, this wouldn't be a problem. Somebody tell me. If you can tell me how they're winning,
it's like somehow I tell you how they're winning. I'm going to channel my inner booger. They're scoring more points than the other team.
Yeah, don't say.
Remember you did that to me last week.
Yes, I know. You don't.
All right. And time for another primetime game for a team that's not primetime. The Denver Broncos going to LA to take on the Chargers.
I'm sorry. This is now become repetitive with the Broncos and overtime and boring games. Unfortunately, the Chargers are not boring. They're very dynamic on offense.
Yeah, I think they get Keenan Allen back this week.
Yeah, I think they get him back this week. Justin Herbert's still playing with broken ribs, but he's still grinding it out. He doesn't care. And quite frankly, they've been protecting him even better than before. So you have to, at this point, you got to say the Chargers.
Oh yeah, and Eckler has been running his ass off the last 2 weeks.
Oh yeah. This is it. You got to say the Chargers.
I seen the only redeeming quality I see in Denver is Russell Wilson, and they won't let him play his style of football. So I'm going with the Chargers. Yeah,
you got to. Until the real Russ can come out and play him, this is where we're at.
And that's it.
That was a quick show.
No.
Normally go like an hour 15, hour and a half. He's like, we need 5 minutes of filler, sir.
No, we don't.
Why not?
Because we are in the mid part of the season where no games are really good. You get one here and there.
First off, it's only Broncos games. We have plenty to look forward to. We have plenty to New York downfall.
Panthers, Colts, Jaguars.
Listen, only one of those teams we thought were going to be decent, okay? And they're not. So
go ahead and do the outro, my friend.
All right. So for those of you that are indubitably inclined and watching us live, I want to thank you very much for doing so. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, become best buddies with us, okay? And you'll get notified when Sinful Blaq is live or when we drop videos or whatever the case may be.
A whole lot of content coming out.
Yes, peruse through our catalog. Paint us like one of your French girls, even. So, what?
Do they want the side boob?
Yes, they want all the side boobs, sir. The whole side boob. So, yeah, and that was it. This is pretty fun. Make sure you join us. So starting Sunday, more Sinful Blaq reacts. My eyes.
One of my favorite things about the NFL shows is no matter what time we start them, is by the end of the show, Hollywood looks like he's about to fall asleep.
No, my eyes are itching. I don't know what the fuck. My eyes.
Anyway, my name is Big Sin. That man over there is Hollywood J Blaq. We are Sinful Blaq. And thank you for joining us today. Thank you for watching the replay. We will see you next Wednesday once again on that damn NFL show.
That's
right here on Sinful Blaq TV.
And until next time, we are out this thing. Deuces. Why is my mouse not working? Bye. Bye, everybody.